Hi, this is Ed with DFG Hosting. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough on how to download a database backup through PHPMyAdmin, and then we're going to restore the database through PHPMyAdmin. However, we're going to use a script called Bigdump.php. So the first thing we want to do is download our database, and if you go into your PHPMyAdmin, just click on the database you want to export. Just click on export here and then go into the custom, display all possible options. We want to select all tables. In the output, we want to save the output file. You can save the compression as zipped, gzipped, or bzipped. I'm just going to use none. And we want the format to be SQL. Here under format specific options, we just want to make sure that we have structure and data exported. And then under object creation options, we want to uncheck this add create. In some cases I've seen where the if not exists is checked by default. If it is, just uncheck it. And then under the data dump options, just make sure you click neither of the above and go ahead and click go. It'll download your file, and then we can, once it's finished downloading, we can open it up in an editor. We just want to remove a couple lines from it. So in this case, we would open it up here in this is the editor that I'm using. And what we want to do is I just erase the top part, and then I scroll to the bottom of the database, and I get rid of that there, and I just go ahead and save it. Once that is done, we can go into our folder here, where this would be my web server and this is my database file. So in here we're going to need to edit this file, and we're going to need to get our database moved over into here. So we're just going to go ahead and move that. It's 48.8 megabytes. So if we go ahead and open up this Bigdump file, we are going to have an area here for database configuration. So the database server is localhost unless you're doing it on another server and your server isn't local. Then you just want the database name, the database username, and then the root password. Under optimal settings, you just want to, under file name, you just want to name the SQL file, whatever that may be. Once that is done, we can actually just go ahead and let's do this real quick. Let's go here, and since I have nothing there, let's go with that there. So we have the Bigdump file loaded. We have our configuration file saved, and we have our database ready to be imported. So all we do now is just click Start Import, if, of course, we have an empty database. So in this case, for the tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and drop this database. So let's just get everything out of there. Now, just to show what would happen if we tried to import a database from here, and let's just go here to desktop, we'll grab that file. If we tried to import this database, it's gonna give you an error that it's too big or something like that. So that's why we're gonna use Bigdump. It's just a easy way to import the database without having issues such as that. So we'll just click Start Import, and from here we'll just wait, and we'll let it import the database. It does it in sections, so it doesn't matter if it's a 10 megabyte SQL database or a 500 100 megabyte MySQL database. It will still import it the same so long as you back it up properly. It does not support extended inserts or anything else. So if you just follow the settings on how I backed up the database, you should be able to import the database with Bigdump regardless of the size. We'll just give it a second here, and we'll make sure our database is imported. We'll have part of it. Give it a second here. And it's finished. Once that's done, you definitely want to delete the bigdump.php file and your database from your directory. So you would definitely want to delete these. That way you don't have any risk of somebody finding them and overwriting your database with an old database that you forgot about. So once that's done, your database is imported, and you shouldn't have any problems with doing that. So if you have any questions, you can always contact us at DFG Hosting. And thank you.